Hello, this is Florence, the mathematics tutor, and we are looking at a WASI 2011, that's specifically the fourth question, and it falls under indices. Now we have 6 multiplying 9 to the power x plus 3 to the power x minus 2 is equal to 0. Here, our main aim is to ensure that the bases here are the same and having the same exponent. So when we look at 9 can be written as 3 to the power 2. Then because of the x, a power raised onto another power, we multiply the powers. Here, plus 3 to the power x minus 2 is equal to 0. But when you study this carefully, the bases are the same, but the exponents are not. So we can factorize the 2 out. So this will give us 6 here, 3 to the power x all to the power 2, plus 3 to the power x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now the next thing to do, we need to represent 3 to the power x with a variable. So let's say a is equal to 3 to the power x. Now by substituting, we have 6 here, a to the power 2, plus a minus 2 is equal to 0. So this is a polynomial with degree 2, or basically, this is a quadratic equation. Now, so we can use the calculator, because in the previous lessons, I've taught how to factorize this. So with the use of a calculator, we shall obtain 2a minus 1, then we have 3a plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, what do we do now? We need to find a for each of them. So our 2a minus 1 is equal to 0. And now a will be equal to negative 1 to this side becomes 1. Then since 2 is a coefficient, it will divide. So here we have a is equal to 1 on 2. For this, 3a plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, our a will be equal to positive 2 becomes negative 2. And since 3 is a coefficient, it will divide. Now we are obtaining a as 1 on 2 and a as negative 2 on 3. Now we are not done, because we said that the a should represent 3 to the power x. So now we continue by saying that our 1 on 2 is equal to 3 to the power x. Now, here we cannot use indices to solve, because even if we write 2 to the power negative 1, the basis will be different. So we introduce log on both sides. So this will give us log 1 on 2 is equal to log 3 to the power x. Now remember, under logarithm, an exponent becomes a coefficient. So we shall obtain log 1 on 2 is equal to x log 3. And then we shall say that our x is equal to log 1 over 2 over log 3. Now, so with the use of a calculator, log 1 on 2 over log 3 will give us negative 0.67. So this is the first x value. Now, let's look for the second x value. So the second, we had a is equal to negative 2 on 3. So 3 to the power x is equal to negative 2 on 3. And when you study this carefully, we cannot use basic indices. So we need to introduce log. So we shall have log 3 to the power x is equal to log of negative 2 over 3. Now this will not continue further, because the log of a negative number does not exist. So therefore we shall say that hence our x is equal to negative 0.67. Since the log of a negative number does not exist. And so this is Florence, the mathematics user.